Denzel Curry has dropped a new single called Speedboat, and with it, we got the announcement of his new album called Zoo. It'll be interesting to see what Zoo will be about, but for now, it's time to talk about Speedboat and the interesting things that happen with it. Now, after something like Taboo that had a lot of layered sounds and had a lot of very jazzy tones and inflections, a lot of cool shifts and stuff like that, I almost am not surprised that he seems to have pulled back and simplified a bit. Now, Ricky was a bang, but Speedboat has this very light piano chords that kind of come in and out. The piano melody is really nice, and there's the trap beat is in there, and it's kind of this very non-layered beat. Like, there's not really too much going on with the beat, and I think that's because he's kind of trying to just weave this quick story, or not quick story, but just weave this story that allows him to talk about how he is coming from the money game. Now, even in the intro, there is the sound of a guy talking, I don't know who, but he talks about how he went from like pushing pennies to basically offshore bank accounts. And what happens within the narrative is that Denzel kind of weaves this tale about how he has come up himself, but there's always kind of that danger of making money and the consistent problems that it causes. And for him, one of the most important things was that he realized, like, when he was in that dangerous situation of a neighborhood that was constantly, full of dangers and violence and all kinds of different things, that a kid definitely does not have the highest rate of surviving. I mean, quite literally, he says in sort of the chorus / hook, he literally says, my homie didn't make it to 21, so I'm going to try and make it past 24. And beyond that, just trying to survive, he realized he needed to write stuff, so he started to jot, so that way he would not get caught by the devil, devilish activities, drugs, gang violence, that type of stuff. And him avoiding that was something that was key in letting him be successful. But actually, my favorite line is also a part of my favorite little musical thing in here, is even though we have the very simplistic, like light piano melody as well as the beat, there is a part where he kind of talks about where like the hook comes in and he's like, Jesus, please deliver us from evil. And it kind of starts to have these like ethereal voices in the background that come out and pick up as he begins to talk about how he wants Jesus to deliver everyone from evil, and specifically his people. And then basically my favorite line in this is that, like, everything you see is illegal. I really hope I don't have to use my Desert Eagle. Obviously, Desert Eagle's gun, but the thing I liked about it was everything in life is illegal. What I believe he means by everything in life is illegal is that everything is portrayed in one way, but the actual act of getting it pretty much costs you an arm and a leg, which leads you into potential behaviors in order to cheat and try to get it early. And even when you succeed, there are people who consider you breaking maybe an unwritten law. Maybe you are someone who's come out of the hood, and because you're not embracing the same ideals that you did when you were younger, or that you did when you weren't successful, now those people are disappointed in you or after you. But then there are people who question your legitimacy at the time, and then those people consider it. So, like, no matter what you do, you're always going to be outlawed by either a government or people's standards of how you should be versus what you may actually be at the time. And I just thought that was wonderful. Like I said, I really love the ethereal voices that come in during that part and kind of juxtaposing it. It also actually made me think of JIDK's song Trigger Happy, when he kind of asked like Jesus to stop him before he shoots everyone. I think he said Desert Eagle on that one, but I'm not sure. I know he referenced the gun. But yeah, overall, this song is really chill. I mean, it's not like abrasive and it's not hard hitting in the way like Ricky was, but it's still a pretty poignant like discussion and kind of tale of like Denzel himself kind of wheeling his way through what is difficult when it comes to money and how it affects literally everything in life. It's crazy to think like a piece of paper controls such a significant portion of everyone's lives and affects it in a lot of different manners, making everything seem almost illegal. But overall, like I said, it's a chill song, pretty cool. I'm excited for the album. I think it's going to be a lot more toned down. I think that the energy that he had, with Ricky and with Taboo as a whole, I think that since he's already kind of told that tale and done that, I feel like now it's going to be a much more refined and laid back kind of style, because I'm kind of curious to see what other tails Denzel can weave, and it'll be great to see him do that. And I'm excited. New album Zoo will be coming out from him on May 31st, I believe, and this single Speedboat was a pretty cool single. Is that the noise of speed? Well, this guy says, I probably wouldn't buy a speedboat. Not because it's expensive or anything. I just don't like the ocean. We don't know like what's in all of it. Like there could be like some like I'm not messing with that. Nope. Nope. Ain't having no Titanic moment.